The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 30 on second down, Murray. And Stills bringing it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Odell Beckham Jr. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go now. Come on, 18 data. Watch 54. Get in the way,
Running, it's Drake. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 9, Murray trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 19. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Further. Fair. Switch it. 18. Safety cream.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. On play action, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
1st down, Arizona.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check safety, check safety. Go, go. Switch.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks' 9-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Seahawks 6, Cardinals 0.
Ready? To the right. 57. Get the ball. Check 31. Check 31. Watch the eye. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay, right.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This will be fielded at the 6. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tighten up. Go. Tighten up. 14, front it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Shotgun now for Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the Cardinals first down.
Ready. Check 50.
Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The drive, 3rd and a yard. Murray Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. It's complete to Drake. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Wilson. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wilson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Again, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pick up the ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Go 14.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Peeler.
Throwing again. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. A final shot before half from Murray. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll see. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Wilson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Here's Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Check 13. Under 10.
Now it's Carson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball is tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Run left, run left. Stay at home. Stay at home. 53. Got it. 53. Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Got some room at the 30. He finds his running back, Mixon. And finally brought down at the 43. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
At the 14-yard line, a gain of 29 yards. And a Cardinal 1st down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
6-man.
It's caught by OBJ. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On first down, Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And the Seahawks on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Open man is Gordon, complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
14.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Mixon with it. Room here to run. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. We got to get the ball, D, get the ball.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. It's complete, Stills. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw it, Murray. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Murray now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball